In the hushed office, computer screens cast a soft glow, painting the room in shades of blue and grey. I am the sole figure amidst the silent machinery, lost in the solitude of the empty building. The hum of air conditioning fills the void, a constant reminder of the artificial world within these walls. My gaze drifts aimlessly, thoughts swirling like dust in the faint light. The weight of unanswered questions hangs heavy, pressing down on my weary mind. Alone in the stillness, the night stretches out, an endless expanse of quiet contemplation. The office buzzes, phones ring, keyboards clatter, laughter echoes, a hive of mundane activity under bright fluorescent lights. Amidst the office bustle, he sits 2 desks away, an island of intense focus in a sea of casual chaos. His brow is furrowed in concentration, his fingers flying across the keyboard with practiced ease. The atmosphere is commonplace, yet his presence radiates a quiet intensity, a spark in the ordinary. In the quiet office, he arrives, a figure of habit, placing his lunch in the fridge with practiced ease. He settles at his desk, unaware of the watchful eyes observing his every move from the periphery. Unseen, I watch him, a silent observer noting each detail of his daily ritual. His obliviousness is a shield, protecting him from the intensity of my hidden scrutiny. The office hums with unspoken tension as the day begins. One man watched, the other unaware. Inside the office, a flashback to a mundane meeting unfolds, the air thick with unspoken tension. The supervisor drones on, his words a monotonous hum against the backdrop of looming deadlines. His face, etched with weariness, betrays a subtle disengagement from the task at hand. A fleeting eye contact, a brief moment of connection quickly averted. His gaze drifts away, a silent acknowledgement of the unspoken pressures weighing on him. The weight of expectations hangs heavy in the air, a palpable presence in the mundane setting. Pale light stripes the office as he sits, a solitary figure at his desk, framed by the cold, sterile glow of fluorescent lights. He unwraps a tired sandwich and a bruised apple, a mundane ritual under the weight of unspoken pressures. The fluorescent hum fills the air, a constant, oppressive drone to his silent struggle. He speaks to a co-worker, his voice tight, betraying the tension coiled within him. A hand runs through his hair, a gesture of weariness, mirroring the burden of an approaching project deadline. The weight of responsibility presses down, etching lines of worry onto his face in the stark, unforgiving light. In the bright office, my eyes fixate on the screen, a tiny mistake shimmering like a beacon. Silence descends, heavy and thick, as I wrestle with my conscience. A battle rages within, the choice between honesty and opportunity hanging in the balance. Each tick of the clock amplifies the weight of the decision. Will I speak up or let the error slip by unnoticed? The office is bathed in the harsh light of day, a silent battleground of unspoken words and lingering tensions. I choose silence, a shield against the storm brewing within. Turning away, I feign focus on my work, a desperate attempt to drown out the nagging unease. The weight of unspoken words hangs heavy in the air, a suffocating blanket of quiet. My mind races, haunted by the echoes of what wasn't said. Each tick of the clock amplifies the deafening silence, a constant reminder of the growing distance. Under the harsh fluorescent lights of the office, tension hangs heavy in the air. The supervisor's raised eyebrow cuts through the silence, his gaze piercing. I shift in my seat, the weight of the mistake crushing me. My gaze drops, avoiding contact, lost in the patterns of the table. The hum of the lights amplifies the deafening silence of accountability. The office air thickens. Subtle pauses punctuate conversations, a silent tension weaving through the room. His name hangs unspoken, a ghost in their hurried exchanges, each word measured with veiled caution. A solitary figure amid the desks. He feels the subtle chill of exclusion, the unspoken judgments. Each glance feels like a calculated assessment, a silent weighing of worth in a world turned wary. The days blur, each dawn amplifying the growing sense of isolation. A world closing in around him. He stands alone, the subtle shifts in atmosphere now a palpable weight crushing him in plain sight. In a flashback, he learns of his reassignment, the news hitting him like a physical blow. He begins packing his belongings, each item a heavy reminder of his diminishing status. The fluorescent lights hum as he gathers personal effects, a silent witness to his downfall. He moves to a desk tucked away in a forgotten corner, the office's energy fading around him. Settling into his new spot, he surveys the quiet desolation, a stark contrast to his past. Defeated, his eyes reflect the cold reality of his demotion. In the office, he grows distant, a silent shift altering the familiar rhythm of their days. His late arrivals and early departures speak volumes, carving a wedge into their shared space. Lunch is now a solitary affair, a stark contrast to their once shared moments. A pang of guilt surfaces, a subtle ache in the face of his growing isolation. A sterile office, desks aligned, screens softly glowing. A setting for forced camaraderie and unspoken anxieties. He stands before his co-workers, a strained smile plastered on his face, a mask concealing deeper emotions. A cheap grocery store cake sits forlornly amidst paper plates, a symbol of hollow celebration. Polite smiles stretch across faces, failing to conceal the palpable awkwardness hanging in the air. The air is thick with unspoken tension, each gesture and word laden with hidden meanings and strained efforts. In a past office, I shake his hand with a polite smile, wishing him well. "I wish you well," I say, my words echoing emptily. His grip is firm, his eyes betraying a hint of uncertainty as he replies, "Thanks for being easy to work with." My gaze drops, the moment strangely hollow, devoid of warmth. Fluorescent lights hum in the empty office, shadows stretching across the silent desks. The air hangs heavy, thick with the ghosts of forgotten deadlines and unspoken words. A fresh memory, his departure, a void lingering in the sterile space. I wonder what happened to him after he left. A voice echoes in the emptiness. Did he find something better, or did he struggle in the shadows? The question hangs unanswered, lost in the humming silence of the deserted office. A bustling coffee shop, the air thick with the aroma of roasted beans and the clatter of hurried mornings. Behind the counter, he stands, a forced smile masking the unhappiness etched deeply around his eyes. He hands a latte to a customer, his movements precise but lacking any genuine warmth. The espresso machine hisses, a relentless soundtrack to his silent, unfulfilled dreams. The weight of potential hangs heavy on his shoulders, a burden visible in every careful gesture. This image, a haunting reminder, lingers. A ghost of what could have been, forever present. In a comforting vision, he is surrounded by supportive colleagues, their faces alight with genuine camaraderie. He moves with newfound confidence, a subtle, self-assured smile playing on his lips. His face radiates fulfillment, mirroring a life enriched by purpose and connection. The scene glows with warmth, a beacon of hope in the imagined space. This image offers a measure of comfort, a soothing balm to the heart. In the dim office, the monitor's glow illuminates my solitary figure, casting long shadows that stretch and dance with the silence. I sit, the weight of the unknown pressing down on me, a suffocating blanket woven from unanswered questions and unspoken fears. I acknowledge that I will never know the truth, my inner voice whispers, a haunting echo in the stillness. The uncertainty swirls around me, a dark vortex threatening to consume everything in its path. A chilling realization dawns, the power of silence, the unintended consequences of inaction, now laid bare before me. The truth, elusive and unattainable, haunts the edges of my perception, a ghost in the machine of my own making. Dim light paints long shadows across the deserted office, the hum of ventilation the only sound. Alone, I sit in the quiet darkness, a sense of stark awareness settling over me. Neither guilt nor pride stirs within, just a profound understanding of choices. Silence echoes, revealing the lasting impact of unspoken words and unseen decisions. In the stillness of the night, the office is a sanctuary of unspoken thoughts. The weight of unspoken words hangs heavy as I sit in contemplative silence. What would I say? The narration echoes, questioning the path not taken. How could I explain my silence? A haunting question lingers in the air. The thought of reaching out feels futile against the backdrop of past regrets. Alone, the silence amplifies the echoes of what-ifs swirling within my mind. In the dimly lit office, I sit alone, the weariness around my eyes accentuated by the cold, stark glow of the computer screen. Silence hangs heavy, broken only by the soft hum of the machinery, a constant reminder of the late hour and the weight of solitude. Lost in thought, my gaze drifts, unfocused, as the shadows deepen around me. I accept that he will never know, I think, the words echoing in the silent room. The secret will remain buried, the weight of the unspoken truth pressing down, a silent burden that I must carry, I conclude, the decision sealing itself in the quiet darkness. The computer screen casts an eerie glow on my face, accentuating the deep lines of exhaustion etched around my weary eyes. I whisper to myself that it may not truly count as ruining his career, seeking solace in the silence. The air conditioning hums, a lonely counterpoint to the shadows dancing on the walls, mirroring my swirling doubts. Was he destined for something different? Was my silence simply a catalyst, a twist of fate in his grand narrative? In the dim office, the cold light of the monitor illuminates my face, a stark mirror reflecting the silence I chose. I chose silence, and silence chose the outcome. Echoes in my mind, a haunting refrain of what's been done. The weight of responsibility presses down. an inescapable burden that settles heavily upon my shoulders. The responsibility rests with me. Whether I like it or not, I think the reality, a cold, hard truth. In the dim office light, I wrestle with my thoughts, seeking a moment's respite from the inner turmoil. I attempt to release the tension, to let go of the weight that bears down, a difficult but vital endeavor. The struggle is evident in every line of my face, a silent battle waged in the quiet of the night. Each breath is a conscious effort to find peace, to quell the storm within and embrace tranquility. In the dim office, I close my eyes, seeking calm in the quiet darkness. Breathing deeply, I focus, willing the day's turmoil to recede. The story fades, its echoes growing fainter with each breath. Relaxation washes over me as I let go, embracing the stillness. Sleep beckons, promising solace and escape from the night. The silent office holds its breath, the echoes of untold stories fading into the shadows of the night. I breathe deeply, the stillness, a balm to the soul, a surrender to the quiet solitude. The weight of the narrative slowly lifts, leaving behind a sense of peace in the darkened space. In the heart of the office, silence reigns, enveloping every corner in its soothing embrace. The night stretches out, promising rest and a return to the mundane after the day's trials. A solitary figure finds solace in the stillness, ready to face whatever the coming dawn may bring.